11th of April, 2186. Just got back from another mission on CC. We fought against the appropriators on this mission. Our main objective was to destroy an exospire that the squids had running on the planet. This spire was causing storms on the planet, and it must be destroyed, lest the weather just get too out of control. Before we dropped on the planet, we did know about a rogue research station that was against Super Earth. This bullshit absolutely had to be taken out as well. I had on my Champion of the People armor still, and Light of Eternal Liberty cape on my back. I did change up my weapons and some gear, though, during this mission a little bit. I had the LAS-5 scythe with me, but I still had the grenade pistol and incendiary grenades on my side. I also brought along the LAS-98 laser cannon, the AX LAS-5 rover, or I've heard it called just the laser guard dog many times, and pretty common term for it. The Gatling barrage was ready for use, and any machine gun sentries I needed to drop for this mission. These energy-based weapons do a damn good job on this front and against these enemies, and it's something that I learned from drops with other Helldivers and getting to see how they can use them against the different enemies that we deal with. We dropped on the planet, called in our gear, and got right to work. We were close to a shield generator that needed to be overridden and used to overload the shield that was protecting the core. As we closed in on the first generator, the squids dropped in their new mech suits pretty close to us. And as I said, this is part of why I found these laser weapons so useful, is you can target the weak spots on them fairly easily, and they do great work against the overseers as well. It also helps that the obtruders fall to them in very quick fashion as well, so it seems to do a fairly good job against all of them on this type of front, as long as you know to aim for their weak joint spots and everything else. It's the only way you're going to get through that. In time, and after clearing out the area and calling in the jack that we needed to hack everything, we got the generator disrupted, and from there we split into different groups. One of them had pushed toward the other bases and the other objective, and another diver and myself had went to take care of that rogue research station. We called in a hell bomb and blew the station to pieces and just made it rubble in the ground. We pushed southeast from here to help out our fellow Helldivers. We could not push north yet to our main objective because the core had that shield on it, as I said, and all those generators have to be taken down before you can access that core and overload it and take it out. Along the way to that last generator, we all worked together to take down some grounded warp ships that the enemy was using as like a base of operations, and it's to stop the squids from getting off of them and onto the planet. I don't know what undemocratic way they were able to do this. The ships don't look that big, but I'm sure there's some crazy alien technology and stuff that, quite frankly, I or other Helldivers don't care about. It's just the fact of you take it out, you destroy it, you do what you need to. It's our enemies. Don't question it. Just fight for democracy and Super Earth. Together, we push toward the generator and clear out the enemies from it, ready to jack into the system and overload it in order to finally reach our main objective in the area. After calling in the equipment and activating it, we were able to thankfully hold our ground against the squids that were trying to kill us while we did our work and took care of what needed to be done for Super Earth. I had dropped a machine gun sentry on a ramp that was leading up to our location, and she rained bullets upon our enemies. And it's glorious to see that, and I'm always thankful and feeling great to see our sentries fire upon our enemies, and also learning and remembering that they do not discriminate against who they fire upon. So go prone if you got to, and put them in a good spot where they're firing away from you and your squad. That's my biggest recommendations. Just know where your enemies are coming from and drop it where it's facing that way toward your enemies and not towards you or your fellow Helldivers, because I hate to say this, I've had to call in some fellow reinforcements more than I really care to in the past. But yeah, you take care of what you got to. We had finally overloaded the shield at the Exospire core and had pushed northwest from there to take down another larger Illuminate base that was present. The warp ships that were grounded were taken down fairly quickly. We had called in a good number of barrages and everything in order to help clear the warp shuttles down. One broad shot to its direct will pretty much destroy it, which is great. Finally, our main objective was in reach and was pretty much the last thing that we needed to do in this area. We pushed west from our position and to that Exospire core in order to take it down. We all ran to that core, dodging the lightning strikes from the storm that was created by this undemocratic abomination that the squids were using against us and on this planet. Inside of the core area, we had found a very, very large number of dark fluid cells, and destroying these was what you needed to do in order to destabilize and overload and eventually destroy the core. This is, for me, another major benefit for the laser weapons that I brought along. I was able to activate the laser cannon and sweep at a pretty brisk, quick enough pace across the cells, taking down just a ton of them as I swept back and forth and across and up and down and all the directions that I needed to. In time, and with my other Helldivers, thankfully, and their support and everything, we were able to take down enough of those cores that it was overloaded and destroyed that core from the inside. And now, from this point, and because we did this in a pretty quick fashion, the squids got a hold of us and were trying to kill us in that spot. We needed to get off the planet, so we booked it toward our extraction point. Along the way, and with two other Helldivers that had pulled ahead of us, another diver and myself had actually located a SAM site, and we had worked to get that site up and running. I tried to take control of the terminal, and thankfully my fellow Helldiver had provided cover for me so I could get it up and running in a safe manner. Those missiles would be very useful if any warp ships had gotten called in on us while we were trying to extract and get the hell out of the area. Finally, we all made it, and a fellow Helldiver had called in our ride, and we held out against the enemies. The mechs had been called down from our enemies, and the obtruders were just en massing, and it was a pretty hectic hold time for the extraction, but we were able to hold out, and in time our Pelican arrived and helped gun down some of our enemies, and all four of us were able to load up safely and get back to our super destroyers with another successful and great success. What? Said the same thing twice. Blah. For another successful mission for Super Earth and Managed Democracy. I don't get paid to think while I'm out there. I don't get paid to do this journal. I do my part for Super Earth and for the ministries and for Lady Liberty and Managed Democracy, so yeah. If I flub on this journal, you know what? At least you know that it's raw and it's genuine. So take that as you will. But I will continue to drop. I will continue to do my part for Super Earth and take care of our enemies. So To my fellow Helldivers, I bid you good luck out there, and I hope I see you on the field, and we can dive together and take out our enemies together and spread managed democracy together.